Loren. We're out in Windsor, Colorado, and as you can see, it is pretty windy. So this is the last pinto bean planting that I'll be attending this season, and we are wrapping up the planting season. So in about 90 days or so, it'll be time for harvest. But you can see, maybe not because of the small view, but the tractor is now pretty far away. They're planting, and they'll be coming back around soon. So they're planting a variety of pinto that is an upright variety, and so we'll come back throughout the season to kind of track what that looks like. Wow, the wind. But it's starting to rain, which is fun, but if it's a really heavy rain, then the soil gets too wet and they can't plant. So luckily, it doesn't look like it'll be too saturating. They'll be able to continue planting, and we get to enjoy some crazy wind. We're with Loren, and we're planting pinto beans. I shouldn't say we, because really he is the one planting pinto beans, but he would be willing to explain basically how the planter works. So thank you in advance. So would you be able to explain a bit about this? Here, I'll pass you the mic.
Okay. Well, this is the hopper that we put our bean seed in, and this is an air planter, which is a positive. It's not a vacuum planter, it's positive, so it blows seed to hold the seed in the plate. If you can look down there, as the seed plate turns, it holds the seed in, and then it gets to a stop, and then it drops down the seed tube down into between the discs, planter discs, and then puts it in the ground. So we fill these hoppers up. They hold about 1.5 bushels of seed. And then we also apply starter fertilizer, which is a mixture of all your minerals: phosphate, potash, zinc, boron. There's a few other, plus humic acid in it. And so we've been using it the last couple years, and it seems to enhance the root system. So it's got they got more feeder roots, so they actually utilize the fertilizer and the water better. We plant about 3 1/4 inches apart, which, if I believe, is 90-some thousand seeds to an acre.
Yeah.
And this particular variety here is only like a 90% germination rate. So a little higher rate will accommodate for what doesn't come up.
Right. Are they planted at about 2 inches deep in the soil, or?
Well, depends on the moisture, where the moisture's at. Right now, I'm probably about 3 inches deep,
okay,
maybe a little deeper.
Okay.
But it depends on your rainfall, and if you're going to plant and irrigate, right away, you can plant them shallower, then they'll germinate quicker and come up quicker.
Excellent.
But for where we're at now, I wanted to go try and reach the soil.
My other question for you is why beans?
Well, the beans, we've raised them my dad started in '56, and he's had them every year. And granted, there's been years of it that haven't been very profitable, but it works into our rotation. Mm-hmm. And we follow the beans with sugar beets, which then we don't have to deal with volunteer corn into sugar beets later if we follow corn.
Right.
So it kind of balances out on the rotation. And then if we don't go with sugar beets, sometimes then we'll follow in with winter wheat, or the next spring with barley.
Okay.
So
excellent. And you were saying that beans also require less inputs than the other crops.
Yeah, they require less fertilizer. Beans are a lot less inputs, a lot less water usage.
It's important, especially these days.
With the way the water situation's been the last few years, we could get by with less water on the beans, and then make sure the other crops have more water.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, well, pinto beans are one of our favorites, so
yeah.
Thank you for growing delicious beans and sustainable, nutritious,
Yeah.
kind of check all the boxes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Loren. I really appreciate your time.
No problem.
Thanks.